Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's good to be here. Happy you all are joining me. Feel free to say hello. And like I always say, I love it when you send your heart, your love, because none of us can get too much love. That's one of the things is there's no limit on it, that giving of love or receiving love. So I'm going to send all my love out to each and every one of you. And my heart's open to receive it back. I'm going to talk about a little something first, and then we'll step on into questions. And you may put them on the wall. I may or may not see them. But many of you notice this beautiful necklace I'm wearing. Yeah, it's amazing. And a friend of mine, a lovely friend of mine from the big island of Hawaii, Sanda Gain, is the creator of this. And, I was compelled not long ago to bring some of her necklaces back with me to sell at the various events I do. And I didn't quite understand the reason. And I did the Rasani Fair here a couple of weeks ago and had the necklaces all laid out, and they are beautiful. They're exquisite. Anyway, and I looked at them, I thought, oh, yes. And I was telling people they carry the aloha spirit, that they carry the energy of the stones, and of course, Sanda's energy, knowing they're fabulous. And that felt right for that Saturday. Then on Sunday, as I was placing them on the table, very softly, very sweetly, the word Lemuria went through my mind, and I got a tingle the same way I am right now. And I was like, what? And then all of a sudden, it's as if the necklaces spoke again and said, Lemuria. Now, many people know that the Hawaiian Islands are associated with Lemuria, that the city that vanished. It's similar to Atlantis, only the West Coast. Well, it extends out east of the Hawaiian Islands and then comes also west up through California, the Colorados, Oregon, and back. That's what I've been told. And I'm, all throughout the day as I'm there, anytime I had a break, I would get images, and it showed the temples, that belong in a Lemuria, and the energy going up through the temples, touching the Hawaiian Islands. Well, I would see images of Sanda doing whatever, then receiving an idea, an impulse to go make a necklace. Or she might have been laying one out in one design and all of a sudden was, shown a different design, different stones. And this energy was coming directly from the underground temples. And then all of a sudden, I saw this beautiful arc of energy, this silver electrical energy that went from the islands, from Lemuria, and was touching here on the West Coast. And it was showing that people were being called to the necklaces. And as they'd place them on it, and this energy would touch them, but it would go straight into their heart, and then heart chakra, and then open them up very subtly to their own inner knowledge. And all throughout the day, I would see, images of shadowy figures wearing these necklaces and this energy, just connecting. It was the most amazing thing. And so one of the things I want to share with you is there are times we're drawn to something. We don't know the full reason we're drawn, but we feel it very strongly. So when you find something that really grabs your attention, really pulls you to it, one of the things to do is, if at all possible, don't deny that urge. And then as you're there, whether you're drawn to a place, a thing, a person, and you have time, ask what the full significance of this is. Let whatever imagery comes in, let the messages be whispered through your mind. Feel what it connects you to. Allow it to open you up at a further level. we're taught in this world to deny ourselves. We're, many of us, not everybody. I don't want to throw a blanket statement out there, but many times we've been taught and trained, and pick me, I was one of those that, gosh, if it wasn't a necessity, if it wasn't this or wasn't that, or taking care of the family or who was I to actually buy it for myself, go there for myself or whatever. And of course, I've moved through that and understand more of it. And this is a time to know, to put yourself at the forefront. And your world begins with you. And as you do this and you listen, it actually opens you up further, supports you, allows you more love, and then you have more to give. This is one of the things to look at, and I wanted to share with you today. I am going to say hi to Sandra, Juliana, Shelley. Good to see you all here. Many of you know I'm headed to Hawaii. I'll be at the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo in Honolulu this weekend. Yay! I love this work, play, vacation thing. And I do want to mention that in July, and it's on my website, cherrydivine.com, I have the Gearhart retreat in July with Vicki Pruitt. It's filling up. If you're being pulled to it, my goodness, go. One of the things I find during these retreats is, how fun, how spontaneous, how opening, how supportive, how loving they all are. Everyone that comes receives beneficial information, energy, and nobody leaves the same. Nobody. People walk in a little closed off sometimes, and everybody's checking each other out as they step in. And with little to no time, the connections are made. That is the heart connections and the support and the information. I will be facilitating this retreat with Vicki Pruitt again. She does what's called TRE, trauma release exercises. It allows you to let out of your body old traumas without releasing or reliving them. Yeah, let it out of your body, but don't release. No. Reliving them. And, of course, she works with astrology and oils. And then you all know I'm just playing magic. And what happens is my group comes in, there's meditations, there's information, and channeled messages, and energy just rises. So remember, if you sign up before June, there's a discount. www.cherrydivine.com. Look for the link to retreats and have fun going there. So now I'm going to start with some questions. There's only 3 today, and that's fine because, some of us are getting ready to leave. So anyway, the first one's Monique. Will I get a different position at my work that is the same amount of money an hour that I get now? And will this come through by the 14th of May? And I look at this and Monique, it feels like you're way too much in your head and in your fear. And so I want you to expand that. I want you to become very comfortable within yourself and allow the position that's yours to come to you. For whatever reason, the date May 14th feels a little shaky. It looks like it's a little further out. Also look at a different area than you're in. And by that, I mean, look at offshoots of this particular company, it says, and I know you're in the health field, but look at other areas because it's showing the main building where you're at and then offshoots like this, this, and this. So reach out there, really pull up what positions are being offered and really look at those. And let your guard down, let your fear down. Right now, nothing is able to come in because you're too worried. When we worry and hold this fear, we hold an energy block. And again, look at the wage not just being what you're making now, but even more. You got a lot of tears going on in your throat, a lot of, oh my gosh, unspoken words. And it's time for you to find an outlet for that. I do see a new position coming in. It feels a little more distant than May 14th. It's looking more like the end of the month, 27th, 28th, 29th. Yet also talk to somebody, it shows somebody you work with that's very willing to put a good word in for you in another area. And so let it be an adventure. It does feel like you find a position that supports you, and let the energy out of the back of the neck. Go, please, please, please go get a massage, because you're so tense in the neck and the shoulders, and that would be good to release that. And now it's also good to remember that what doesn't support us is being released. And what's happening is, if we're not letting it go, things are become so uncomfortable that the only thing we can do is finally let go. Yet it'll be under that pressure cooker type feeling. You don't have to go there. You don't have to be in that discomfort. Instead, breathe into your heart. Just breathe into your heart and exhale out the worry and the fear. Do this until you feel completely calm and comfortable. Let that heart energy just open up, and then allow yourself to attract in this beautiful, loving position in which you're working with others, and it's all very complementary energy working together. That you aren't worried or upset or feeling like, gosh, I don't want to go to work today, but you actually enjoy going in, because this is what's being brought to you if you open up and receive it. And it shows camaraderie. There's a part of you that does things alone a lot. We're not here to do it alone. We're here to connect with others and let others be there for us. So yes, change is here. Let it be easy. You notice I waved because I remembered to move the little thing up. It doesn't just move on its own. So I see comments, and I saw Lisa Jane. Hi, Lisa Jane. Good to see you there. Anyway, so there you go, Monique. Let's create a work environment that supports you, in which you're happy to go there each day, and that it supports you financially in a very wondrous way, making as much as you do now or more. Don't limit yourself. Remember, you're the magic of your life. Put that magic out there. Send it out. The universe is answering. What stops us is our own fear patterns, our thoughts, and our processes. When you're able to drop those to the side, my goodness, great things come in. And I am living proof of that. And yes, I do put up my walls at times, and I give myself the same information. And guess what happens? Those walls drop, and amazing, fun, adventurous things come in. Okay, Karen wants to know time frame for house sale. This summer is very strong for you selling your house. And it does feel like, oh, is this your parents' house or your house? It feels like it's your parents, more connected to your parents. And that's why I'm seeing a little more, clear the energy in the house, walk through with sage, put some crystals in to open up that energy. You know, a very good thing is either get a tuning fork that promotes love, or bells, and walk through the house and just, disengage that old energy. Also say your goodbyes, because there's a large connection from you to this house. And for whatever reason, it keeps showing your parents' house, not your house. So if this is what you're selling, great. But this is the strongest information that's coming in. And it's time to go ahead and say goodbye. And again, this summer feels like a great time for letting it go. It just feels like it needs to be cleared up a little bit, and put some soft feminine touches in there. It really feels like you've got this soft, beautiful feminine energy. Allow your energy to touch it, add to it, and just so people see its beauty. The ocean's doing its part, clearing the energy on the outside, yet that inner energy is necessary to be cleansed. Okay? There we go. I get a thumbs up from you. Okay, great. Anyway, now we're on to Sanda. And Sanda's my friend that I was just telling you about with this necklace and that sort of thing. And she is saying, is my tiger the right one for me? Now, I love these questions because I always go, the right one for you for what? Let's be more more specific. And then today when I was thinking about this question, I had to laugh. Santa's an Aries, and it's really funny. I happen to be one also. My birthday was just a few weeks ago, and I'm amazingly young. Anyway, having fun with that one. Anyway, and this is what I got is, we Aries, we will put a question out there and say, give me information. And then it rolls through our little, oh, did you catch that? Little minds? Oh, we don't have little minds. We have amazing, amazing minds that are always going. And the thing about it is when we hear something that's like doesn't quite fit what we believe, or we'll hear the information, we're like, and that might be it, but well, I'm going to do it anyway. Or interesting information. I know I can move through that and clip, and create a working circumstance with this. And that's exactly what I saw with Sanders. The information's coming, and she's going, well, that's all fine and good, but I'm going to do it my way. And so here's what I'm going to tell you. Is he the one? First of all, both of you are the one for each of you, if you're willing to do the work. And that work is dropping your guards. I see a guard between both of you where you have your walls up and you're questioning. And it's going to take patience on both of your parts and understanding and, compassion. It feels like each of you are reaching a hand out to each other, but it's as if the fingertips aren't fully connecting. He's triggered your trust issues, and so that's part of your guard. He does have, I won't say an explosive temper, but he does have higher emotions, and that's something that is good for him to work on. That's not your job to do it for him. One, it does show highly compatible romantically and physically, and you both will challenge each other, but challenge each other to be the very best you can be. Like I said, it's asking him, can you let your guard down? And then seeing within yourself if you can also. Both of you are looking for that mate, that partner, and there's continual stimulus between the two of you because you both have very active minds and playful natures when you're in your comfort zone. When you're not, then both of you are like, I've got to control, I got to do this, and I got to do that. Well, that's not going to allow the relationship to move forward. And if you choose to let him see this part of the clip, great, because I'm going to tell him, let your guard down. Quit worrying so much. You're going to have to go into that old male training and that idea of dominant force. Aries are a masculine energy. So if I remember correctly, he's an Aries also. So you got two masculine energies, kind of, and the warrior planet. So you guys are going to have to soften up a bit. And I already know Santa has, and she has this open, beautiful heart. And so it's a matter of, being able to trust that, and the same goes for him. It feels like both of you are a little world weary, a little tired of, all of the old taught game playing, holding on to personality conflicts, and so this is the perfect relationship to let that go and just be who you are. Beautiful children of the universe, creating with ease and peace and love. As you do that, then yes, he is the one and you are the one for him. Yet if you hold your guards up, you will not let that come into effect. Again, as you reach your hands out to each other, let the hands, the fingertips, connect. Let the hands be held. Let the hearts open. And allow the eyes, the energy of the eyes, to really, truly connect. Then create your feelings. Oh, by creating them, that means you're reaching for the positives, not the worrisome. And then create the adventures that are yours to have. This is a large world in which to play in. Allow yourself those joys. So that's what I received there for that particular, is he the one? And something to, and I'm having to go back here, guys. You see, I'm ignoring you because I'm looking at this other screen. I want to make sure there are no more questions that showed up, and there aren't. But anyway, when we're asking, is this the one? Is this the right position? Please remember, we don't put just one path down to walk down. We have certain experiences, certain lessons, that sort of thing that we came here to really experience and to process, to move through. And so we will maybe choose this path or this path or this path, or kind of step from one to the other. So, let go of the mindset, the getting stuck in the head and everything that you're taught, all of the old experiences that build up these walls. It's time to let those go. Oh, yeah. So many people are worried about that one. All of a sudden, throat energy is going, and the heart energies, oh my gosh, but I'm not safe. Here's something to remember too. All life is love. Every aspect of life is love, not the condition love that humankind thinks in, not the love hurts, love brings pain, love breaks hearts, love is blind and all of this. No, that is humanity's disconnect. Love is pure. Love is what all life is. In the deepest recesses of you, you know that and you remember that. Let that wake within you. Feel the divine, sparkling aspect of love you are, and look out at the world and see all others the same. Do not fear it, for it cannot break anything. Do not resist it, for all you're doing is resisting life. Instead, step into it. Let the miracle and magic of the energy of you awaken to the love aspect you are. Share that freely and easily with all other life, and you will find your world changes, the world around you. The old shroud of fear falls away. That would be for Moni, Karen, Sanda, all. For you walk into a world that supports you in every way as you do this. It does not mean that there will not be any circumstances of hardship or upset or suffering or pain. You may draw those back in, yet you will never react, relate, or engage in the same way as you had earlier. Instead, you will look at them. You will step back and contemplate, why is this in my world? What is it here to teach me? What is it here to bring me? And now I walk into it with disregard for this idea of fear, for I know love carries me all along my way. So there you go, everyone. There's the higher message for today. Don't be worried or fearful about life. Let yourself step into it. Let yourself remember it's an adventure. Play with it as the child of the universe you are. See yourself sparkling with love and all other life sparkling with love. We have this huge time on earth right now. It does seem like there's a lot of conflict, a lot of chaos, a lot of turmoil. Yet we are so moving through that. But bring that spark of love to each and everything you do. And you will find you are anchoring in more light that is shared with all. And our worlds change. So, putting on the glasses so I can read, because there's a couple of comments. When will I have a beautiful relationship? Okay, Lisa, Jane, I want you to go back and listen to Sanda's. Let your guard down and look at, what does a beautiful relationship mean to you? Sit with the ideas of what you're choosing to attract into your life and let go of the experiences from earlier. There's some worry issues, some trust issues that as you're looking out into the future to attract in a relationship, you're grabbing that old energy and put it forward as if you have to protect yourself. Well, that's not going to bring in the relationship that you want. And when you're the one that chooses the timing, you can lengthen it, you can shorten it. Now, on the path that you're on right at this moment, you're in deep thought, and it feels as if the next 2 months are fairly quiet when we come into the relationship sector. And that's because you're in a relationship with yourself, that you're really discerning the various areas and experiences in your life, and there's using the word ramifications they have been, and allowing the old energy to go. Now, for some reason, the word discerning and ramifications is very, very important in this due to the energy that's carried. And I notice I've got my hand out from my heart somewhat, and you're letting go of some very painful energy. And so keep releasing that. It's old trauma. It is not life today. So now I want you to sit. I want you to write what it is you want in a partner. Do it as if he is already there in your world, and then feel it. What does it feel like to have this perfect relationship, this loving relationship? Now, perfect doesn't mean without conflicts or without learning and that sort of thing, but it's more supportive, it's more engaged, it's more connected. And so allow this. And I want you to know, because it does show a gentleman coming into your life, but it's showing a couple months down the road and he's, oh my goodness, what a release. He walks in a different energy than you're used to. And at first you're drawn to him, and then it's as if you start to push him away. That has nothing to do with him. It has everything to do with your inner feelings about yourself. And so I want you to look at those and look at old patterns and habits that help you push people away or keep them out or not engage fully, where you're protecting yourself. Sweetie, you deserve love. Allow it to come in. And this is a great year for it. So, when it does feel like this year, do your homework. Open up to love. I love you. Anyway, and so, well, kiddos, I realize it's getting shorter and shorter with these shows, but I'm getting ready to leave for Hawaii. Yay. I will be at the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo this coming weekend in Honolulu. So if you're there, come on and see me. And I do want to remind everybody again of the Gearhart Retreat that's in July. The information is on my website, cherrydivine.com. It is under retreats. It's filling up. So, gosh, come join us. Right now, yes, I understand the beds that are left are not shared beds, but shared room. Have fun with this. Some people I found when we talked about this, one woman said, well, because she was looking at the shared room, she goes, gosh, what if I go to bed early? And, people are respectful and honoring of each other in these settings. And so, yes, it is shared. It isn't anyone coming up and keeping you awake all night. It's comfortable, peaceful, and at ease. And it can bring back that playful childhood. Think of the slumber parties, in the connection, but also, oh my gosh, this one is fun. This just popped in because I was showing, all of a sudden my group's showing everybody sleeping in the shared room, but also the other rooms, and putting out a conscious choice to create a lucid dream of interaction and creating peace and beauty on earth. Oh my Lord, how fun is that? You never know what to expect in these, and that just feels exciting and fun. So I'm going to jot that one down, take it with us, and that's how they work. When I say they, I'm talking about my group. I never know what exactly is going to happen during one of these. And it's because it waits until all of the energies that are meant to be there join, and then it's specific to those. And of course, there again is Vicki does TRE, trauma release exercises that rid the old energies from your body, from earlier traumas. And you don't relive it. You just release the old energy. And that's what allows you to move forward. And gosh, spectacular, spectacular. Let's see, anything else? Yes, if you want a full reading, contact me. Everybody remember, I can't go in depth in these because one, limited time, two, personal ideas and space and information, and three, you know, it's oh my gosh, it's desired to have the fuller aspect of the session. That's what it says, desired to have the fuller aspect of the session. Let's see, what else am I doing? Oh, Tampa, Florida in June, and Body, Mind, Spirit Expo there. All of the information is on my website, cherrydivine.com. And so there we go. Promoted myself, did good. I usually forget this part. And I thank each and every one of you for joining me. Please have a spectacular day. Allow yourself to look out into the world and see what an adventure this life is. You know, if you open your eyes in the morning and say, wow, today's another new adventure, and feel that heart energy go, oh my gosh, that energy will carry you forward. And you find that the energy of you, and it keeps showing your eyes, sparkles and shines, and you look out at everything, not as something that has to be done, not that something that has to be worried about, but it's an adventure, and you find you interact with it in a very empowered way. Oh, there, keyword, empowered. Also, for those of you walking your path that are finding that you don't feel you have enough support, I have the Empowered Living, or it's called Living Your Empowered Life, closed Facebook group. It includes 2 Zoom videos each month in which we talk and support each other. Information comes in. I find out where you are on your path, what it is that you're working on, and we go from there. But it's a nice safe space in which we all support each other, and it is, of course, supported in love. So if this appeals to you, look at LYLE on my website. And it is a great way to receive that support. Many people say that at home, you know, they have challenges staying in their personal power or, you know, in their daily life. This helps you stay there. So if that is something that really looks good to you, intrigues you, well, join. I know that our core group that started are magnificent people, the same as you are. So, okay, I'm going to end now as soon as I put my glasses on so I can see the end everything button because it helps. Ta-da! Thank you for joining me. Oh, I won't have a show next week because I will be coming home from Hawaii. So you won't see the banner, but get ready for the following week. And here is what the plan is. And you thought I was leaving. So did I. Anyway, the plan is to, I love these little bubbles, these little heart bubbles, is to use my iPad for the next show and the continuing show. Is because when I do that, anybody who's on an iPad or an iPhone who joins me, I can invite to the show. And so when you post a question, if you happen to use one of the Apple products, then I can bring it up and we can do a little one-on-one. I won't do that with everybody, but I'd like to bring in 1 or 2 people or somebody who's in the talking group over here. Comment line. Yeah, you can tell I'm not grounded because I would love to have more interaction, and that's a great way to do it. So again, I'm not experienced at this, and neither are you. So this is going to be our learning, playing platform. And again, I ask for love, support, understanding, patience, and we will have excellent fun with it. Okay, everybody, love you. Have a great day.